Let's look at the classification of igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are classified into two. We have intrusive igneous rocks and extrusive igneous rocks. So first we're going to look at the intrusive igneous rocks. These are rocks formed within the earth crust. These rocks are subdivided into two. We have plutonic igneous rocks and hyperbyzar igneous rocks. When we talk about plutonic igneous rocks, they are rocks formed when magma cools and solidify deep down the earth crust. Let's look at some features. Plutonic igneous rocks cool and solidify slowly. Secondly, they are formed deep down the earth. Moreover, they have large crystals because it takes a very long time for them to cool and solidify. The crystals are able to gather, forming large crystals. So with these crystals, you can see with your naked eye without any help from a microscope. These rocks are also coarse-grained rocks. That means they have a rough texture. Let's look at some examples of plutonic igneous rocks. We have granite. You can see the crystals in green color here with your naked eyes. Secondly, we can have gabbro, and here too you can see the crystals. And finally, we have the pegmatite. With the pegmatite, you can see the crystals in very large proportion. So these are some examples of plutonic igneous rocks. Now let's go to the next one, hyperbyzar or intermediate igneous rocks. These rocks also occur within the earth, but closer to the surface. So these rocks also cool and solidify within the earth, but this time the rock is quite closer to the surface. Remember, it is not on the surface but closer to the surface. Examples of such rocks are quartz, dolerite, and the porphyry. So this is an image of the quartz. How are you going to differentiate between the hyperbyzar and the plutonic? Remember we said with the plutonic, magma cools deep down the earth crust, but with the hyperbyzar, magma cools and solidify closer to the surface. While plutonic igneous rocks have large crystals and coarse-grained rocks, hyperbyzar have medium-sized crystals and fine-grained texture. So you can see the crystals here, medium. They are not large, neither are they small. At least you can see. Another example here is the dolerite. You can see the crystals within here. They are not that large, but at least you can see with your naked eye. Then we have the porphyry. You can see the crystals within the rock. So that is how we classify intrusive igneous rocks. Remember we said they are classified into two, plutonic and hyperbyzar.